And at this point, I'll introduce you all to Aaron moving forward.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Gloria. It's so good to see everybody on screen and hear everybody and have this time to be connected. I wish everybody a happy fall. Everybody's enjoying the weather. Happy Halloween. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month. Still going on until the 15th. For those celebrating Jewish holidays, Shana Tova and happy holidays. It's nice to have this opportunity to be together. I hope that you've been participating in some of our online and virtual programs. You're all here on Zoom, so we know you can do it. Gemma has been sending out emails every day. She'll give you some updates on that as well. But we want to get everybody involved and included. We're excited that we're able to purchase more tablets. We just did another round of, I think, 50 something tablets that went out. So we'll be working to get everybody trained on those. If you are in need of a tablet, let us know that. I don't know when and if we'll be able to get more, but we certainly want to know the need, and we will work as hard as we can to get everybody connected so that you can do these things. And it does help to be on the video. So, you know, if you're interested or want to learn how, and just talk to us so we can try to get you on. It's nice to call in and all that, but it is nice to see each other while we're kind of stuck remotely going on 6 or 7 months now. So what's happening? We have a lot happening days. Some of it actually on site. I'm on site today. And was yesterday. We've done a flu shot clinic yesterday. We did 80 flu shots out in the courtyard. That was a big success. Thank you to Gemma and Alberto for helping with that, and Walgreens, Dwayne Reed, who came to do flu shots. Had a delivery 2 weeks ago of some masks and some farmers market coupons. If Gemma will give updates on that stuff, but if you haven't gotten a farmers market voucher or a health bucks yet, talk to us about that. Send us a message. We can probably try to get you something. So that was nice. We delivered around the development to some folks in the NORC here. We have the eyeglass clinic coming up. We have some more slots there. We gave us a couple more days, so free eye exam and eyeglasses coming up through the Helen Keller Institute. That's all stuff that's happening right on site, mostly outside. The science is saying outside is safer, so while the weather permits, we'll do as much of these things as we can outdoors. We are still doing food pantry, so if you're interested in getting food pantry, talk to us. The eligibility, you have to be over 60. You have to make less than $1,300 a month and deliver food pantry once a month. So contact us. We gotta keep yourselves on mute, please. Okay. So we have some meal options. So if you're still needing meals, talk to us about that. We have Meals on Wheels that you might be eligible for, or a lot of folks still get the Get Food program. It is looking
people are on this thing
in the next couple of months that we might be able to be providing meals here again. We don't know yet, so I can't really give an update, but it is being discussed at DIPTA at the city level on how senior centers can be producing meals again. So keep an eye out. We'll update as soon as we know more about that. Probably coming, more info probably coming by next month. So the city is in conversation about what reopening looks like. For us, as it seems, we'll be doing much of this stuff and outside, bringing necessary things like food and healthcare clinics, all that we can outside, and we'll be as creative as we can, cold months to get as much to you. It's not at this point safe to gather into crowds, especially for older adults, to gather in crowds. We can't do any in-person courses or programs just yet. But the virtual program, we're boosting, a lot happening, so please participate as much as you can. I also want to update that holidays are coming up. We're approaching that season. So we'll be sharing more information soon, but I will say we will be here on Thanksgiving and we will be cooking. So if you are interested in getting a meal on Thanksgiving, let us know that. We're going to start collecting names through Gemma for meals on Thanksgiving. We will figure out if if you live too far away for liver and any of those details. The sooner we know, the better, so we can come up with a plan to make sure everybody's taken care of for the holidays. And then we'll be planning an event on that day online on Zoom. We can all get together and have a toast of some kind. So those are just the details that we have them. We're still working it all out, but we will celebrate Thanksgiving Day at the Isaac Center as we do, just in a different way, in a 2020 kind of way, as we've had to do with everything. So I think that's it for my updates today. If you have questions for me, I'll come back at the end, put them in the chat, or email them to me, and I'll either get back to you at the end of the call. I'll answer questions, or I'll follow up with any emails that come in or calls that come in. I'd like to pass it over to our social work supervisor, Rachel Samuel, at this point. She's going to introduce the newest members of our team, our interns for the year. So Rachel, take it away.
Hi, everyone. It's good to see your faces. Hi, Gloria.
Hi, honey, how are you?
How everybody? Great to see you guys. We all miss you. So we do have brand new interns this year, and some of them are on this actual call. We have Karina, who's on the call. So Karina, if you could just wave.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome.
So
Thank you.
Karina is a Fordham student. She's here with us on Mondays and Wednesdays. Some of you may have already spoken with her. So she's going to be, calling clients, giving supportive counseling, and she's going to be with us throughout the entire year. And I just want to also mention, right now, everyone is working remote, all the interns. So they're making like a lot of phone calls. Okay, so thank you, Karina. The next person on the call I know is Elsie Rosario. Elsie, can you just—
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Hi. Welcome.
Thank you.
So Elsie is a Gutman student. She's a human services student, and she's doing calls, like outreach calls, as well as, telephone update calls as well. So you'll definitely be hearing from Elsie. And I just want to mention both Elsie and Karina are Spanish speaking. Okay, so I know Elsie's calling Spanish speaking clients. Okay.
And what are her days?
So Elsie's in on Mondays and Wednesdays from 9 to 3. Right, Elsie, 9 to 3?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And Karina the same, 9 to 3?
Karina's 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. And the other person that we have, her name is Kathy George. Kathy is actually not here today. She's also an MSW intern, social work intern, and she works with us on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You also will be, hearing from her as well. She couldn't make the call today. I know she's, has classes and a lot of other things going on, but she's with us on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and she's also bilingual Spanish, so that's great. We have a lot of bilingual Spanish interns this semester. And I know Gloria wants to also introduce her intern. So Gloria, you want to introduce her?
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Gloria, I'm social worker. So I want to introduce one of the intern. Her name is Victoria, and she's from NYU. Victoria, do you want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Victoria, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's gonna work on Monday full day and Wednesday from 11 to 5 and Friday for full day. And she's gonna be our intern for the whole.
Who is that?
And thank you, Victoria, for joining us. And also, I want to say Happy Mid-Autumn Festival, which happened actually, I think last week. Yeah, that's Chinese festival. So we always hold a Mid-Autumn Festival in the center before, and we provide the moon cake and also Chinese dishes to everybody. But this year we didn't do that, and I will try to find a way whether we can celebrate probably online to celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival together. Thank you.
Good seeing you, Gloria.
Good to see ya.
Yeah, so, I just want to introduce everyone to the interns. And like I said, this is a very different year. We're all working remote. We're not all together in the same place, but they're still working, they're still here to help all of you, with whatever needs you have. And just like, I just want to say, just be patient with us this year. This is a very unprecedented year for all of us. So, we are really working hard, and we're just, it may take us a little while to get back to you, but, we're here for you guys. All right. Oh, and I just want to quickly also mention one last thing. I have a self-care group on Tuesdays, every other Tuesday at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Our next meeting is going to be October 20th, which is in 2 weeks. So if anyone's interested, you can join. Gemma always sends the invite. Right? Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Rachel.
Thanks, Gloria.
And so now we're going to go back to Gemma.
Hi, everyone. I don't know if you can see my face, but this is me.
Yeah,
Hi.
we can.
You guys have probably gotten, if you're on your iPads or your devices, you've probably gotten plenty of emails from me. So I have just a couple of updates for you. So I know that I sent out a robocall the other day in regards to the eye exams. So literally right after I had sent out that robocall, I got approved for more appointments. So if you've called and left a message for me requesting an appointment and I haven't gotten back to you, I have your name down. I've taken names and numbers down in the order that they have come in. So I'm making my way down the list. I have 57 people on that list. But don't worry, I have plenty of appointments. So if you missed that call, now's your chance. If we will be doing free eye exams that will also include free glasses as a follow-up. If you would like to request an appointment, I'm gonna give my phone number and my email very slowly right now. So if you need pen and paper, grab it now. My phone number is 212-360 7620, extension 198. Again, that's 212-360-7620, extension 198. And just a heads up, whoever's on the phone in the office, if you picked up a call, you just put us on hold and I had to mute you. So you're gonna have to hang up and call back in. The second follow-up, Aaron mentioned this again, you're gonna want my number for this probably. We did a distribution of the farmers market coupons, and we did a reminder call for people who were on that initial list, and quite a few people did not show up and pick them up. So if you are interested in farmers market coupons and you have not received them yet, or you didn't sign up for them, you haven't gotten them, they're for people who have not gotten farmers market coupons, we will, you have to give me a call, leave me your name and your phone number, and I'll add you to my list, and we will try to get you some farmers market coupons. So again, 212-360-7620, extension 198. Leave me your name and your phone number. You can also leave me one message if you're interested in eyeglass appointments and farmers market coupons. You can kill two birds with one stone. And yeah, so that's my updates in terms of programming that's happening.
And I missed the whole thing.
Give me 1 second. So we also have our virtual programming. So we have seen a drop in attendance for virtual programming. We offer a variety of programming. We have social groups, we have exercise groups, we have an art class, and the programming that we have is based on what's been expressed as an interest by you guys. This is still, while we're virtual, this is still your center, and I want you guys to feel like we're providing you with opportunities to do programming that you actually want to see. So if you haven't been joining because you don't see any programs you're interested in, give me a call, shoot me an email. I'm open to suggestions, but again, don't forget, we need a certain amount of participants to count a group. So the more participants we get, the more likely it is that we'll be able to continue a program. The more interest we get about new programs, the more likely we are to start it. So I love your feedback. I want to hear your feedback. I want to see your participation. If you need the schedule, if you're for some reason not on the email list, please give me a call and I can add you to the email list. I'll also give you my email. My email is jmarens@ISAA, sorry, ISAACSCENTER.org. So jmarins@isaaccenter.org. In addition, we will be having our first social action committee meeting virtually next Thursday. It will we're going to kick back that group, and it will be the first Thursday of every month again, as it was previously. I'll be sending out that link in the email. Yeah, and we're hoping to do an event for Hispanic Heritage Month. Obviously, like Gloria's event, we used to do something at the center in person, and obviously because of the pandemic, we were unable to do that this year. So if you have an interest in finding ways that you can celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month socially distanced, this Friday will be a Recon Latino meeting, and Albert agreed to use that time to share some opportunities for people to be able to celebrate the month. Yeah. And that is all for my updates. I know it was a lot. So again, I'm gonna write my my name, my phone number, and my email in the chat box. So yep, that's all my updates.
Gemma, approximately how many people do you need for these programs? Should it be at least 15 people or 20 people that are interested?
At least 5 people at the
At least 5?
Yeah, but the more the merrier. We would love to see more.
Okay.
It's the same rules as when we were on site. We can't count a program unless we have 5 participants in that program.
Okay.
We need all of you to do it. We've seen up to 80 people on this call, so we know that people can do it. We want to know what you need, what you'd like us to put into place, and we'll find a way to do it if there's different types of activities you'd like. But that helps keep us funded and keeps us going. So we gotta work together and we gotta stay connected.
Okay. Is Crystal going to be joining us? Is Crystal going to be joining us, Gemma?
No, I would just call out the names and see if they
Okay.
respond.
What about Frank? Frank?
If Frank's on this call and he called in through the center, you're gonna have to call back in because I muted you. Sorry.
Okay. No.
You can just move right on, Gloria, and then if Frank.
What about Damien?
I don't think
He's not able to make it. He confirmed.
No. Okay. All right. So then we're up for Potki.
Okay.
I have Crystal joining in right now, actually.
Should I wait? I can wait.
Hi, Crystal. Can you hear us?
Hi, yes, sorry. I have been on the call. I don't know what was going on with Zoom, but it would not let you guys hear me. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon.
Crystal.
How are you?
Okay.
Hi, Miss Gloria.
Good to hear you, hon.
It's good. Always good. Oh, I can see you. Look at that.
Great. So we're just actually up to you for updates. So if you have any updates on Meals on Wheels and center stuff with food.
Okay, sure. Not much to update since the last time we spoke at the membership meeting, but as you all know, our kitchen is finally fully staffed. So Jeffrey has a team of 5 other people that are assisting him in the kitchen. And like I said before in the previous month, we are preparing and cooking all the meals for our Meals on Wheels clients. So that's all of the hot meals and frozen meals as well. The only meals that are catered at this time is our kosher meals. But if you know anybody who's interested in receiving meals, they can always call us and we can send their information to the case management agency and they can do an over the phone referral.
That's it?
Yeah, not too much. I mean, Meals on Wheels is, you know,
Busy.
it's busy. Yeah,
Okay.
it's busy.
All right. So Crystal, what do you think about, I don't know how we could or would do it, Crystal and Aaron. You know, we always gave a card at Thanksgiving to go to the Meals on Wheels people.
Yes, so we are working on sending a card to everyone from Meals on Wheels. So that's going to come. We have someone assisting us with that from the development office. So everyone will receive a card. Unfortunately, it won't be something that the seniors usually color because of right now, to be honest, we have over 650 Meals on Wheels clients. So it's a lot. It's a lot bigger than in previous years.
Right. Okay.
But it will have the same amount of love that it always has in all the years before.
Okay.
Yeah, I would add, Gloria, that we're going to be sending a card out to everybody that's going to get a meal this year. So a lot of people are in the same boat of being at home this year. So that card will go out to not only Meals on Wheels, but to everybody that
Okay.
and that'll have the information to log on to, for everybody, Meals on Wheels, Senior Center, everybody, to log on to a call in the afternoon so we can get together and
Okay.
connect.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. All right. Good hearing your voice, Chris.
Good to hear you too.
So now we're going to go back to who's next there, Frank or Potky?
I think Pocky's ready.
Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. I'm really happy to see everybody. Wanted to say I'm so excited that we're getting into the cooler weather. And we're going to be pivoting to different types of programming, I think, soon, right? And we're talking about the holidays, which is also exciting. I wanted to give a couple of updates as it relates to the city. The city continues to sort of push back on us regarding any capital projects that are happening. As most of you know, we've talked about before, we are pushing very, very hard to get our senior center bathrooms renovated before we reopen. And and so we want to make sure that we get that groundbreaking and the construction complete before we start. The city has essentially put a stop on all capital projects because of the current fiscal deficit due to the public health crisis. But they are making exceptions about certain capital projects. So we certainly want to be one of those exceptions and we'll continue to push for that. If people have questions or suggestions in regard to that, please reach out to the staff or to me to let us know. I wanted to flag that there's an event tomorrow as well. I don't know if Gemma mentioned this previously. If she did, I apologize. There's a voter, sorry?
No.
There's a voter registration event tomorrow in the courtyard from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we're hosting that in partnership with Community Board 8 and the Manhattan Borough President's Office. Please, if you're available, please do come by for information and the forms to sign up. We'll also have PPE there as well to distribute to folks. So please do stop by if you're available and let others know. We do have the flyer. If anyone needs the flyer, we can get that to you. And again, that's from 11 to 1 in the courtyard. So please do come by if you can. The only other thing I wanted to mention also is the city is currently looking at all of its funding across the city for senior services. And in addition to, I think what we've talked about in these meetings before is the funding for our home delivered meals program and also for the senior center. Essentially what they're doing is they're looking at the entire network of senior centers and senior services programs. And they've asked us to submit a proposal for how we might look to the sort of the next round or the next iteration of senior centers in New York City. And we've tried our very best to try to think about and dialogue with them about what we believe is best in class service in New York City. Aaron, I don't know if you want to chime in here. Aaron's had a lot of conversations recently with the Commissioner of the Department for the Aging. And, you know, we certainly want to represent the voices of those on this call. Oh, I think someone's shared their screen. So Aaron, I don't know if you have anything to add regarding the senior center RFP.
Thanks, Paki. Just to say that, you know, be assured that we are listening to you and that we are, you know, we have a perspective on what aging services should look like and what our center, what works for our center and our community. And we are doing our best to participate in these conversations. It's a big year with the RFP coming out and, you know, more dialogue about what the future of centers look like. So if you have thoughts on that too, please share them, you know, what you would like to see senior centers look like and aging services in the city look like, because we do have a seat at the table to an extent. And we're on some task force with the commissioner to try to weigh in. So I think thanks, Paki, and you know, we look to the community to help us with that.
Okay. So that's it. Paki, are you done?
Can people hear me? I was just asking if there are any questions, comments, etc. on any of that content.
No, I don't have any.
Okay. I will also be touching base with Aaron and Gemma to talk about Social Action Committee, just as we've done before, to try to think about ways in which we can continue to communicate with our city and state government partners. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, and thank you. What about Frank? Is Frank around?
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Frank.
Good afternoon. How are you, Gloria? Hi, everyone.
Good.
So just to jump in on a couple of points on the sort of operations facility side of the house. I know that, you know, sort of every time I talk about the fact that we've been doing disinfection and we're using chemicals that are approved to fight COVID and you know, we're taking the right measures in terms of the chemical usage and things like that. We've recently started to put in, we'll call them enhanced safety protocols, right? You know, we've been doing the disinfection, now we want to sort of take it to a next level. Anyone who enters our facilities, this started in about mid-September, is undergoing a temperature check upon entry. We have a new position called a client care coordinator. They are staffing the front of our building. They are responsible for taking temperature checks on everyone who enters, whether it's a staff member, a participant, a volunteer, everyone gets a temperature check. If your temperature is above 100.4 degrees, you are not permitted entry into our facility. Anyone who does pass that temperature check, and I'm happy to say so far we have not had to turn anyone away, they receive a bracelet, a wristband for that day. And it's color-coded, it says the day, and it basically just signifies that, hey, I passed my temperature check, I'm okay to be here, and it just helps us keep track of everyone who's in the building, know that we've gotten everyone checked, and it provides another layer of safety because we know that anyone with a temperature above 100.4 degrees, it's one of the, you know, the sort of the first signs of potential infection. So we want to, you know, obviously make sure that everyone who's coming into the buildings has had their temperature checked. So we started that again in September. As we start talking about how do we reopen spaces and what's that going to look like and how do we have, you know, participant and staff interactions, the next step we're going to take in sort of this enhanced safety protocol is the installation of partitions in certain offices throughout the building. This will be a partition that goes across the desk and will provide some barrier between, you know, either two staff members or a staff member and a participant engaging, and will allow us to, with some degree of comfort, ensure that 2 people can be in an office or a room of the appropriate size with the appropriate ventilation, and now with a plexiglass shield in between them. Obviously, that stops, respiratory droplets from being transmitted from one person to the other. I know I've talked about it in the past. We were having UV light emitters put into the HVAC system. That work has been completed. So in both of our facilities, 1792 First Avenue as well as 415, there are now UV light emitters in the ceiling, in the ductwork. Science shows that UV light kills COVID among other myriad of viruses. So as the air is flowing through the ductwork, the UV light that's in there now is killing that, any virus that's in the air. And then the final sort of pivot that we've made now in terms of continued commitment to safety, to health, to hygiene, is leadership has made a commitment to bring on additional staffing support for facilities to conduct additional cleaning, very, very targeted. So we have another individual who's going to be working with us. He's working at 1792 in the afternoon. He's basically responsible for taking care of one specific area of the building that houses one of our programs. We're probably going to start to look at, is that the right strategy moving forward, to layer on additional staff that's focused on targeted parts of the building to make sure that we're getting the right amount of time spent cleaning, the right amount of time spent disinfecting, again, to ensure that the best health and safety for all of our visitors, participants, staff in our buildings. I don't have much more to add. If anyone has questions, if anyone has comments, I'm happy to answer them. Floor is open.
I have a question. Can I ask questions now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Of course, by all means.
Yes, Frank, when I work on the garden, I worked on the garden for several hours a day, and if I want to use the restroom inside the building, I'm always turned away. And, I feel like my working on the garden is a viable service, and I feel, kind of weird about, I wear a mask, I have the protocols. And now you're saying that since September that, people might be allowed in the building, but even last week I tried using the restroom and I was told, well, you can't use it. So the lady at the desk. So, I'm not just coming by to use the restroom. I want to use the restroom and then I could go back to work or, with whatever I'm doing. Got any input on that?
So thank you, Wendy. And obviously we appreciate the work that you put in. I see you there every time I'm in the building, and you're always out there working hard on the garden. When I say that there are people in the building, specifically that means staff members who are working, participants who are engaged in programming on that day, or volunteers who are supporting program work. We can certainly have a conversation. I can have a conversation with Greg offline, and I can loop back to you on, whether we can make some sort of accommodation for you, because you are volunteering for the center. So let me check in with Greg, and I'll loop back to you, Wendy, if that's okay.
Okay, that would be helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to mute myself again.
I don't know, Frank, maybe it would be a good idea if whatever day that is that she wants to come, that she makes that day known in advance, so that the space would be accessible to her. If she wants to say that she wants to come, well, I'd like to be there every Thursday or every Tuesday or something like that. So that possibly an exception could be made. But not just to randomly come whatever day it's, you feel that it works for you.
Well, the thing is that, I don't always know what day I'm going to feel okay to work in the garden. I may have arthritis in my hands that morning, and I may say, oh, well, I won't be able to do it today.
Wendy, I think we can come to some sort of an accommodation. Again, I'll loop back to you on it. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to mute myself again.
Thanks again for the work you're doing back there.
Thank you.
I wanted to give a quick shout out before we transition. Did anyone else have any questions for Frank? Okay, I just wanted to give a quick shout out. I know that a popular group at the center was Granny Squared. And right before we left the center, they were trying to figure out how they would appropriately distribute the blankets. And they have actually connected with 2 charities recently. One is called My Very Own Blanket and the Linus Project. They had about, I want to say 80 blankets, correct me if I'm wrong, Sylvia. And they are donating them to those 2 charities. So the blankets that were worked on pre-COVID and during the pandemic safely are going to be distributed to 2 charities. So that's exciting news.
Yeah, shout out to Joan Walter. She's one of our group, and I see that she's on the phone. She helped out. Victoria, and we had a whole bunch of people. So it's not just one person. That's why it's Granny raised to the power of 2. A little math in there for the kids that get the blankets. And a memory for us.
That's right.
So thank you very much, Gemma.
Another
I'll mute
one,
myself now.
another one of our members, Josie Reyes, that did the crocheting class in room 6 for quite a while before she left. She told me that she was feeling a little bit down and depressed and not knowing what to do with herself. And so she has decided to crochet hats and booties for newborn babies. And what
that's nice.
And what she intends to do is to take them to Metropolitan Hospital, where the mothers normally come for their monthly visits or whatever. And she's going to ask the mother if she would like a pink or a blue, and she's going to give them out to new mothers for their newborn babies. So that's a shout out for Josie Reyes.
If Gloria, if she needs a contact at Metropolitan, Priscilla Santiago.
Priscilla, okay.
Santiago.
You can write it in the chat too.
Yeah, I'll write it in the chat. And I'll see you downstairs.
Okay, but she
Okay.
intends to meet personally with the mothers. So,
Yes.
but I will give her the name. But you know, she's going to do it her own way, her own thing. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for that, Sylvia.
Oh, you're welcome.
So moving right along now, is Greg here? Greg?
Greg is here. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Greg.
Hi, good afternoon. It's great to see everyone, all of your faces. Welcome aboard to our new interns. And once again, shout out to our staff and our fantastic senior volunteers and all of our members. It's great to see you. I am on site 2 days a week at least now, and sometimes more. And I get opportunities to say hello in person from a respectful social distance. And it's always a treat to stay connected and to be connected. And thank you all for working so hard to stay connected in this way. I guess I just want to reinforce a couple of things that have been said, and that is we want to celebrate the holidays in full. We have a wonderful history of celebrating the holidays with each of you and all of you in our community, and we fully expect to celebrate, but it will be different because safety is first for us. So as Erin pointed out, we are strategizing and planning how it is we can celebrate the holidays in full, but it won't be the same. But we're gonna do the best we can to celebrate and to acknowledge the year and our opportunity to be together. So you'll hear more about that, I think, as that rolls out, but safety first. That's the first thing I wanna say. The second thing I wanna say is that I'd really appreciate those of you who have volunteered to stay in touch with your fellow members. There are a handful of volunteers we know who are making a commitment to the center now. I hope we can continue to do that. Again, safety first always, but I think we're also talking about the prospect of perhaps adding some senior volunteers, things folks can do from home as well, not just phone calls. And I know there's some conversation about that too, so that we can continue to stay connected and stay active. The last thing I just want to put out there, and I say this, you know, sometimes I get on these calls and I talk about our place in the world. And I do that because I believe you matter and we matter. And I want us to always be connected. And I want our community to be one that is respected and appreciated. And I just want to note for you, because I think it's important to say, that in this city's contribution, the financial commitment that this city makes to older adult services, specifically through the Department for the Aging, I think is something like less than 1% of the budget. It's a very, in fact, it's less than 0.5% of the city budget. And I just want to say to you, especially given what COVID has meant to our city, but in particular how it's impacted so dramatically our seniors, our older adults, our communities, I just want to say that we are absolutely committed and focused on making sure that this city is serving you. We are getting the resources to serve you, and only in partnership, only through strong advocacy, only through constantly, relentlessly, urgently directing the message to our city government that you deserve better, will we be able to see any difference. And I know we're a city in crisis now. It's a city with challenges right now. There's a significant budget deficit, but we are, and I know you are, committed to ensuring that older adults have the resources they need in this city for now and for the future. So Erin, I know, was on a call yesterday with the commissioner of the Department for the Aging, communicating to her what's important to us. And we're going to continue to reach out. Hockey also referenced our connectedness to city and state government. We're going to continue to reach out to you and talk about the ways in which we need to say out loud, definitively, clearly, consistently, that this city needs to make a commitment to take care of its older adults. So I hope I have your commitment and your connection to do that, to work with us on that, to be relentless about that. But I think it's the only thing that ensures the future that we expect for each and every one of you. So I just want to put that out there to say thank you for your advocacy over the years, and to be quite blunt, it's never meant more. And especially because this has been such a challenging time, especially for older adults in New York City. So I'm hopeful for the future because of the way in which we interact with each other. I'm hopeful for the future because we've been speaking up and standing up. And I'm hopeful for the future because I believe in you. And I believe that the arc of the arc of the moral universe does bend towards justice. So I am hopeful that we will find a way forward. But I just want to flag for you that we need to work hard and relentlessly to make sure that you and your families and our community is taken care of. So I look forward to doing that work. That's the commitment now and into 2021.
Thanks, Greg. Okay. So Gemma, are you opening it up if anybody has any questions?
Yeah, so if you muted yourself, you're welcome to unmute yourself if you have any questions. I'll really quickly just repeat my phone number and my extension as well as my email. So if you're interested in making an appointment for the eye exam, or you want farmers market coupons, or you have any other possible questions, you know how to contact me. Again, my phone number is 212-360-7620, extension 198. And my email address is jmarins@isaaccenter.org. So Isaac's Center, jmarins@isaaccenter.org. Does anyone have any questions? General questions, anything?
Your name, please.
Gemma, Jemma.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry to anyone on the phone if I can't hear you. I unfortunately had to mute some people.
Gloria,
Well,
Oh.
I have a question that's kind of unrelated to what you all discussed today
Go ahead, Will.
about getting senior MTA cards, senior MTA fare cards.
You didn't
What
talk
about,
any fare cards today.
like,
No.
because they don't do the mobile van or anything anymore?
Yeah, I want to know, like, if there's going to be a mobile van that's going to be like local, if you know of a mobile van that's going to be local to.
I have not heard that. I will. We have some of the social work team on the call. Is anybody familiar with any updates on that? If not, maybe we can research the MTA cards and if there's anything new happening. My understanding is that they haven't done the mobile van since this all started. I don't know when it'll resume, but it's a good question we can look into. Unless maybe this one on the way in.
So I'm still paying full price.
Still need volunteers for the students after school.
Can you say that again, that question?
She's asking if you need volunteers for the student after school.
Oh, do we need volunteers? Not in-person volunteers, but I don't know, potentially other volunteers. Who is that that's asking? Who is asking about volunteering after school?
I just muted someone, so maybe then.
I have a question. This is Denise.
Hi, Denise.
Hi. This is just about the virtual exercise programs. Well, there used to be a yoga teacher by the name of Linda that used to come to the center every Saturday. Do you know if she's ever going to come back, or have you heard from her, or does anybody know who she is?
I remember Linda. I remember Linda.
Yes.
Gemma, have we heard from Linda?
I have not heard from Linda, unfortunately. Yeah, and I think Greg may have an answer. Sorry, I have not heard. There's certain like contacts we have that have taught at the center that I just haven't heard from. It may just be that they haven't connected with us. I know I transitioned into this role at kind of a weird time, so may have just lost contact with them. Also, some people may not have decided to go virtual. So unfortunately, I don't have I haven't heard from that person, but
If there's interest in Linda, though, we can look into see if she's available.
yeah, and
try to encourage her to use Zoom. She's really anti-internet.
That might be it.
Yeah, she was pretty emphatic about that when I contacted her.
Okay. Well,
I missed her too. I miss her soothing voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, question.
Go ahead,
Thanks,
Darnett.
Denise. We'll look into it, okay?
Darnett, you had a question?
Yes. As far as when goes with the Metro card, you can show your Social Security card. Not Social Security, your Medicare card.
Medicare, you're
It's
right.
fixed on the bus, and you put your half fare in.
I've heard that. Yes. Thank you, Darnett. So
Okay, and also
thank you
call
very much.
511. 511 should be able to direct her how to go about getting her card.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
I'm also getting
Okay.
a response in the chat box, 3 Stone Street near the subway, and it has easy access, and you can also check online. I'll send you the link. Sorry, really quickly, I have a note. I also forgot that we have Marin on the line, as well as our new staff member, Zane. And also really quickly before we jump to them, Greg had a response to the school question.
Yeah, I know. There was a question about volunteering and the after school. So I just want to note, we are not having volunteers in the after school program right now. It's a very small program. It's 15 children. They come Monday through Friday. We have a very specific set of staff that work with them, and we're avoiding having any other volunteers because, again, we're thinking very much about maintaining safety and being very careful about who is coming in and out of the building. So we're kind of trying to put a bubble around our programs in some ways so that there isn't additional sort of opportunity for things, experiences to happen that could create something less than our safest environment. So thank you for your interest, but right now we just can't make that commitment to any volunteering and support unless you want to switch over to helping us with virtual or remote learning opportunities, because that's an opportunity that we can look at.
All right, Marin and Zane.
Hi, I'll be really quick. I just wanted to reintroduce myself. I know I've met a lot of you on calls like this before. My name is Marin, last name is Correa, and I'm new in the development department as of September 1st. I also wanted to introduce Zane Radcliffe, who is on my second screen right now. Zane, if you're there you are, give us a wave. That's Zane. And I wanted to sort of go back to something Greg was talking about, in that we all have to advocate for our center. And part of that job for me is sharing all of the wonderful stories and all of the activities that are happening at the center. So I wanted to make a specific plea to all of you. I'll call out specifically Wen, who I know works in the garden, and a few weeks back she had sent Aaron a really sweet picture when you had switched out a rose bush because one was dying and you moved out a new one. And it was just a lovely little story of one of our community members contributing to beautifying our grounds and thinking of Aaron and thinking of everyone who was going to enjoy that new rose bush. And Wen gave me permission to use that picture on our social media and just write a little note about this beautiful rose bush. So when I ask you what the center means to you, or how you're spending your time now, or how you're connecting with other people at the center, your friends, your neighbors, the staff, the volunteers that you might interact with, it doesn't have to be a big story. Even just a little story that might brighten someone's day. Those are stories that I can tell online and to journalists and to prospective donors to make them understand what this community is about and put a human face on this amazing community, which needs city support, needs donor support. So I'm going to push send in my chat now. Is my name, my cell phone number, because I'm only on site on Mondays and sometimes one other day of the week, but you can reach my cell phone anytime. My email address is on there. And I would love to hear from you. Even if you think you have nothing to say, I would just love to meet you and talk with you and find out what your experience is at the Isaac Center. So please reach out. I would love to connect with you. Thank you.
I've never met you, Marin.
I have met you, Gloria. You know what? I'm wearing my hair a little differently today, so maybe you don't recognize me. I've been on the membership meetings before, and I believe we've encountered each other in some of the other meetings.
Plug, happy hour.
In summer, I was doing census outreach. So I know I came on a few times and talked about responding to your census. And although that is no longer my job, if you have not responded to your census, please make sure you do. We still have, I think they extended the deadline, right? We have a little bit more time through October to respond to your census. And if you have questions about that, you can contact me about that too. But yeah, so I'm the census girl. That's probably how you.
Now I remember the meeting that you were there, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That was me. But now I'm in development, and Zane's working with me in development, and we're here trying to tell our story and fundraise and get support from every possible source to make the senior center and all the programs at Isaac's as full and wonderful as they can possibly be.
Okay. Sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
Right. So is that the end of our questions, Gemma? Nobody else is out there with questions?
It's looking like anyone else have any questions? Now's your chance. I'm sorry if I had to mute you.
Okay.
Hour, 3:30.
Gloria, you want to take us out?
Yes, I will. And I'm going to follow up with what Rachel spoke about, the work that's being done there at the center with the staff and the volunteers. And she was asking all of us to just be patient. And so that's what I'm going to get with this afternoon.
I just wanted to say thank you. I saw you. It was something to get down, right?
Oh, we need to.
Okay, and what I'm going to read to you this afternoon is patience in your pocket. Keep some patience in your pocket, and when everything goes wrong, you'll find your burdens easier with what you brought along. Keep some patience in your pocket, and when life seems harsh and cruel, just bring it out and hold on tight to this, your precious jewel. Keep some patience in your pocket, and at night when all is still, you'll find it often brings you warmth in life's nocturnal chill. Keep some patience in your pocket, and when troubles creep behind, you'll know the peace that patience brings to heart and soul and mind.
That
So,
was very good.
so that's what we all have to do. I mean, every day is a struggle, but we have to be patient with ourselves. We have to be patient with the people that we have to interact with on a daily basis. And hopefully all of us brings us close together in sharing patience, love, peace, and understanding. So until next month, I wish you all peace, joy, understanding.
Bye,
Really nice,
everyone.
Victoria. Thanks, everybody. And we want to mute everybody.
Thank you.
Great to see everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Sure.
Bye,
Thank
Miss
you.
Gloria.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
We'll see you all on virtual programs. Happy
Yeah.
hour.
Zoom happy hour at 3:30. I put the meeting ID in the chat.
Okay, baby. Okay.
Okay.
She's the president.